Where did the nickname The Count come from? We developed a character named Count Cool Rider, CC Rider, and that's where the nickname The Count came from.
Right on the money, you and Ryan. Where is Ryan, by the way? Because you guys both to do this.
Speaking of Ryan, he's got a little surprise for you.
Oh, he got a surprise for me.
Ryan!
He skyrocketed to fame with the hit show Counting Cars, as the owner of Count's Kustoms, Las Vegas-based auto and motorcycle restoration shop. Known for his signature bandana, love for rock and roll, and incredible talent for creating jaw-dropping custom vehicles, Danny Koker became a household name after his appearances on Pawn Stars and the subsequent launch of his own hit show in 2012, which became suddenly to an end in 2021. But behind the flashy cars and roaring engines, Danny's journey hasn't been without challenges. From legal battles involving his team to rumors of financial troubles and tension within his business, the world of Count's Kustoms hasn't always been smooth cruising. Danny Koker's journey into the custom car world didn't start with TV fame. It started with a lifelong passion for all things automotive. Growing up in a family of musicians and gearheads, he developed an eye for classic cars and custom motorcycles. In fact, Danny once said in an interview with Roadkill Customs, "I've been a car guy as long as I can remember. I can't even picture a moment where cars or motorcycles haven't been a part of my life." His early years were filled with restorations done purely for personal satisfaction. However, in the late 1990s, Danny turned his passion into a business, founding Count's Kustoms in Las Vegas. Rather than relying on flashy advertising, he built a reputation locally for high-quality work and deep knowledge of vintage vehicles. Word spread fast, and his unique ability to blend classic style with bold customization turned heads in the tight-knit car collecting community. Danny's big break didn't come from counting cars directly. Instead, his rise began with guest appearances on Pawn Stars, where his expertise as the car and motorbike guy added a new dimension to the show. Producers saw his potential and quickly realized that Danny's larger-than-life personality and talent could carry his own spin-off series. Thus, Counting Cars was born in 2012 as a showcase not only for Danny's vehicles, but also for the day-to-day operations of Count's Kustoms. The show quickly became a hit, drawing viewers in with its unique mix of behind-the-scenes restoration projects, personal stories from Danny's team, and the occasional dose of drama. But what set Counting Cars apart wasn't just the transformations or flashy vehicles. It was the unfiltered look at Danny's passion and creative process. What few viewers knew was that Danny didn't focus exclusively on profits. He often undercharged customers or took on projects purely because he loved the car. Something he touched on in an interview with the Las Vegas Sun. "I'm not just here to make money. I love doing this. If I don't love a car, I won't touch it. It has to mean something." This approach may have earned respect within car enthusiast circles, but it also hinted at some of the business struggles that would later surface. By the time Counting Cars really took off, Count's Kustoms was not just a local name, but a global brand. While the exposure brought in droves of new clients and interest, it also made Danny's business and life subject to increasing public scrutiny, something that would eventually lead to larger challenges for the shop and for Danny himself. As Counting Cars grew in popularity, the public spotlight on Count's Kustoms revealed cracks beneath the surface. In 2015, former employee Joseph Frontiera became the center of a legal battle after the company accused him of embezzling funds. According to public records shared by TMZ, Frontiera had allegedly used company money for personal expenses, including payments on a Range Rover and airline tickets. The lawsuit alleged that the financial misconduct totaled over tens of thousands of dollars, creating a significant setback for the business. While Danny Koker himself wasn't directly implicated, the case drew attention to issues with internal oversight at Count's Kustoms. For a shop managing high-value restorations and juggling the pressures of a global audience, the incident raised questions about how such a misuse of funds had gone unnoticed for so long. In addition to the Frontiera lawsuit, there were growing rumors about disputes with certain clients and delayed payments to suppliers. These allegations, reported by outlets like the Las Vegas Review-Journal, painted a picture of a business struggling to manage rapid growth alongside the demands of reality television. Though Danny kept public comments to a minimum regarding these controversies, the legal battles brought a new layer of scrutiny to Count's Kustoms, making it clear that running a business under the spotlight of fame came with its own set of challenges. As the popularity of counting cars soared, the pressure of consistent television production started to take a toll on both the show and the shop's operations. While fans admired the creative builds and unique restorations showcased on screen, some began to question the authenticity of what they were watching. Accusations of staging and scripted moments surfaced, with some viewers pointing out discrepancies between the show's timelines and the complexity of the projects featured. A recurring criticism, which was also noted in discussions among car enthusiasts on forums like carcomplaints.com, was that certain builds looked rushed or incomplete when compared to Count's Kustoms' earlier work. These complaints raised concerns that the demands of creating weekly episodes for a hit show were forcing the shop into compromises that wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances. Tensions within the team also became more public during this period. Fans noticed the unexplained absence of key employees, which fueled rumors that longtime team members were leaving due to disputes behind the scenes. One notable example was Scott Jones, who handled much of the business management on the show's earlier seasons before suddenly disappearing. While no official explanation was ever given for his departure, fans speculated that internal frustrations and the shop's growing pressures might have played a role. Danny, however, maintained that the focus of counting cars remained on craftsmanship and the stories behind the vehicles. In an interview with the Las Vegas Sun, Danny addressed the challenges of balancing a television show while staying true to his passion. "It's not easy, but I'll always put the vehicles first. This isn't just a show to me, it's my life." Still, the criticism and changes within the shop didn't go unnoticed. For some fans, the authenticity and passion that originally drew them to counting cars felt diluted by the growing demands of fame and television production. For Danny Koker, the challenge was clear: how to balance the chaotic world of TV production with maintaining the trust of both his audience and his clients. Despite the controversies and challenges that have surrounded counting cars and Count's Kustoms over the years, Danny Koker continues to stay active both on and off the screen. While the shop remains the centerpiece of his brand, Danny has diversified his passions, channeling his energy into side projects like music and entertainment. One of his most notable ventures outside of Count's Kustoms is his ownership of Count's Vamped Rock Bar and Grill in Las Vegas. The venue reflects his deep love for classic rock, featuring live performances from local and national bands. This space allows Danny to combine his two lifelong passions, music and community, a connection he frequently talks about in interviews. In addition to Vamped, Danny still performs with his band, Counts 77, which has released multiple albums and toured extensively. His music career, while never as high profile as his TV persona, provides an escape from the pressures associated with his global fame and serves as a creative outlet outside the garage. As for Count's Kustoms, the shop remains operational and continues to take on high-profile restoration and customization projects. However, the business has kept a lower public profile in recent years, perhaps to focus on maintaining its reputation amidst the mounting criticisms discussed earlier. Customers now report that the shop prioritizes transparency and realistic timelines, suggesting that lessons may have been learned from earlier missteps. Interestingly, rumors of financial strain continue to follow Danny and his business ventures, although no concrete evidence has recently emerged to substantiate these claims. Instead, Danny remains focused on his work, emphasizing in interviews with the Las Vegas Review-Journal that his love for restoring cars has never wavered. Through the highs and lows of fame, Danny Koker's ability to adapt has been a key to his longevity. However, as the spotlight has dimmed somewhat in recent years, it raises the question of whether Danny will stay focused on Count's Kustoms or continue to spread his talents across other ventures. For now, Danny appears content, balancing his creative outlets, running his shop, and preserving his place as one of reality TV's most recognizable automotive personalities.